Hello everyone, it's Anna. Story time. Under my tree. Look at this big tree. Under my tree. Wow, look at this beautiful tree. There once was a tree different from all the rest. It may seem that all trees are alike, tall enough to touch the clouds, strong and sturdy with large trunks, and dressed in green leaves. That's how most trees are. But the one I want to tell you about is different. I want to tell you about my tree. So my name is Suzanne, and I spent many vacations with Grandma and Grandpa. Their house is far from the noisy, crowded city where I live. My favorite part of visiting my grandparents is being with my tree. The first time I went walking in the forest near their house, I was afraid I might get lost like Hansel and Gretel or meet a wolf like Little Red Riding Hood. That's what happens in fairy tale forest. How about you? Can you think of a fairy tale that takes place in a forest? I met my big, beautiful tree one day on a walk through the forest. This one. With my grandma. It started raining, so we looked for shelter. I knew right away that I would be safe under this particular tree. Then I heard strange noises coming from above. Oh. Don't be afraid, Grandma said. It's only an owl with her babies. Look, they are up there. I had never seen a nest before. Oh, baby birds are so cute. I want to sit with them under this tree. Can we have lunch there, Grandma? This Grandma. Oh, look at the owl, baby owls. Every day, I return to visit my tree. On the first day, I ran my fingers over the bark and scratched to see what would happen. I hope it won't hurt the tree. Then I hug her. That's the first secret I learned. You have to touch a tree if you really want to talk to. And here it said, try this. Run your fingers over the trunk of the tree. Does it feel rough and scratchy or soft and smooth? The second visit, I decided to climb my tree. I had to get to know her. I found out that she's very complicated. As I climb up, each branch spreads again and again, like a labyrinth. When I reached the top, I got my reward. Wow, a spectacular view stretching beyond the forest's edge. It was wonderful. On my third visit, I could tell something was different. Oh, my tree had grown fruit. Wow, they smell delicious. Oh, okay, try this. Smell the leaves, flowers, and fruits you find growing on trees. Always show them to an adult before you touch them. Rub them gently with your hands to release their scents. So on the fourth visit, the wind picked up and the leaves fluttered all around. What a symphony my tree sang with her leaves. Using the wind as her lungs. The other trees sang back. I could listen to their chorus for hours. I tried to join in by whistling through my fist like this. The fifth time I visited my tree, the wind was quiet. The sun kissed the treetops and spread its rays on the forest floor. I noticed a colony of insects marching one by one. They were so busy. When I bent down for a closer look, I saw hundreds of insects walking around me. The forest is so full of life. Wow! Did you know insects and other small creatures arise at home in the forest? They are very important because they help keep the soil and plants healthy. What kind of insects? Ladybugs? Snail? On the sixth visit, I brought Max. I wanted to introduce him to my new friend. Max, this is my tree. This is Max. Max likes animals, cakes, and adventures, just like me, and also thought there are plenty of branches in the forest, and the green mossy floor makes a nice rug. Branch by branch, we built the most beautiful fort. Max, isn't it wonderful to sit together in our fort? Under my tree? I asked. That's fun. Thanks to my tree, I could tell that summer was ending. Her leaves started to drop off. The air cooled, and the sunshine came earlier. After summer comes fall, when the rest of her leaves will turn yellow and cover the ground. I won't see my tree much in winter, but I know that she will rest peacefully. My favorite season is spring, when I will come back and see her wake up and bud along with the rest of the plants in the forest. Did you know? Trees hibernate during the winter, just like a sleeping bear that wakes to the first buds of springtime. When a tree's buds bloom, they become leaves and flowers. Oh, who's there? At the end of summer vacation, Mom came. I couldn't wait to introduce her to my tree. Come on, let's go to the forest. Your tree is beautiful, Suzanne, and it's so nice here, she said, sitting on the thick moss. The two of us were happy under my tree. When it was time to go, I hugged my tree one last time. I have to leave you, tree, so I can go back to school. But I promise I will be back soon. For now, I'm taking a little piece of you home with me. Leaf? It's one of your leaves. I glue it into my notebook to remember our friendship. And so, I said goodbye to my tree. I squeezed her tightly and rested my head against her trunk. Thank you, friend, for making me so happy. Oh, did you know? Trees are living things. They are born, they grow, they eat, they have babies, and they die. The trees of our earth purify the air so we can breathe. That's why cutting down forests is a great danger to all living things. Even though I can only visit her on vacations, I love my tree all year long. And I know she loves me. She loves me too. Look at the leaf I brought from the tree. The end. I love trees too. And I would like to have a vacation walking in the forest like this little girl. Okay, I think it will have fun. See you next time. Bye bye.